YouTube? Pistol Pack and Pilot back with another video. And today we're going to talk about perhaps what could be one of the most underrated pistols of all time. Now, if you guys follow my videos, you know I'm a CZ fanboy, and you also know I'm a huge fan of the P10C. My question is, will this pistol, the 2075 RAMI BD, dethrone my precious 10C? Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, Pistol Pack and Pilot back with another video. Today we're talking about a super cool gun. We're talking about the CZ 2075 RAMI. There's two models. There's the D model, then there's just the standard model. The big difference is in the safety versus decocker. First things first, we will make sure that the gun is safe. I have already checked these guns prior to the video. Obviously, the gun is safe. Slide forward and decock. This is the decocker model, ladies and gentlemen, which means that when the hammer is back, there's no safety. It's just, you can let the hammer down and it comes down to half cock. So your first trigger stroke with this gun, it's a single action, double action, but your first trigger stroke, it's designed to be carried like this, is going to be long, but it's smooth. The gun breaks, gun cycles, full cock. There's your reset right there. And very little take up, your wall, slight amount of creep, and then your break. All right, let's talk about this gun. This gun was based off of a super popular pistol that was introduced in 1975, perhaps the second most popular pistol, only second to the 1911, which is the CZ 75. The 2075 was introduced in 2004. The 2075 RAMI's claim to fame is it's got a shorter slide, a little bit shorter of a grip, and then, of course, that decocker-only model, the BD model, was introduced in 2010. This one also has an amazing set of night sights on it. If I can get the gun to steady. Excellent sights. And you guys know that I am an advocate of not carrying a gun with an external safety. This right here is your safety, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be a dumbass. You don't need a safety. You need to be fucking smart. That being said, the gun is 6.5 inches long, 4.7 inches high. And one of the most important dimensions with any concealed carry pistol, ladies and gentlemen, is how thick is it? And the gun is, it falls short a little bit in this category. It's 1.25 inches thick. And the gun feels beefy in your hands, but you got a nice good grip on it, especially for a guy like me that has big hands, ladies and gentlemen. I've got big bear claw hands, so I like a gun that I can wrap my hands around. The double action pull, that first trigger pull I was telling you guys about, even if you're at half cock, comes in at 11.5 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, but it is smooth. So it does feel like less than that. Then, of course, like I said, gun cycles, hammer back at full cock. Now we're in single action mode. There's your reset, little bit of creep, just a tiny, you feel the wall right there. There's your reset. There's a little tiny bit of creep right there, ladies and gentlemen. You feel the wall, and then just a little bit more creep, and then a smooth break. And that single action pull is 4.5 pounds, 3-inch cold hammer forged barrel. Comes with 2 magazines in the box, ladies and gentlemen. You get a 10-round magazine, and you also get a 14-round magazine. And this is actually the one that I keep in the gun because I do like a little bit longer of a grip, and I can get all 3 fingers around it. So I go with the 14, and then of course +1. So you got 15 rounds, which comes very, very close to my P10C. And we're going to compare those two guns in a moment, because my P10C is a 15 +1. So it's only a difference of 1 round, 15 rounds versus 16 rounds. But the RAMI, ladies and gentlemen, was actually named after, and a lot of people don't know this, it's actually named after the 2 guys that designed this handgun, which was, I'm probably going to butcher these names real bad, Radek Hauerland and Milan Trikulja. One of the nice things about this gun, and CZ 75s for that matter as well, is that if you look, the slide actually rides, I don't know if you can see it from the, yeah, you can see it from this angle. The slide rides inside of the rails as opposed to outside of the rails. So that has its advantages and disadvantages. First of all, the advantages, ladies and gentlemen, is it's going to decrease your felt recoil. This gun has a nice high bore axis on it, so it decreases your felt recoil. It's super smooth shooting, and it also increases your accuracy. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, especially for somebody like me with big hands, there's not a whole lot of real estate right here to rack it. So the gun compensates for that with these serrations, and the serrations are moderately aggressive, and they do the job. And even for a guy like me, if I get my 3 fingers on the serrations on the right and the palm of my hand on the serrations of the left, I can rack it with a mild to moderate degree of effort, but it's still very doable. That to me is the biggest negative about the gun. There is definitely less real estate on this slide to rack it. Now, let's compare that, ladies and gentlemen, because when we talk about concealed carry, this would be obviously a phenomenal everyday carry weapon. My question is, do we have a gun better than my precious P10C? Let's compare. The gun is safe, so let's compare these 2 weapons. And you can tell that this gun is my everyday carry because it's got dust on it, and I've been carrying this gun all day long today, so it's been riding up against my body. Let's take a look at this, because this gun has a much smoother trigger, much smoother trigger. The trigger on my P10C, by far, hands down, better than the 2075 RAMI. Look at that short reset. Right there, there's no creep, and a nice crisp break. This trigger by far is superior to that of the RAMI. This gun, of course, is not an all-metal gun. We have the frame, which is polymer, and the slide, which of course is metal. I've outfitted this gun with the True Glow FX night sights. I also have a custom stipple job. The biggest complaint I had about this gun, I don't know if you remember from a previous video, the biggest complaint I had about it was the stippling was just too aggressive. It was too aggressive in some spots and not aggressive enough in another spot. So I had the whole entire gun re-stippled, and it's perfect. You can put 500 rounds through this gun in a day. if you can afford it, and if you can find the ammo, that is, and not have to worry about it. How about the size dimensions, ladies and gentlemen? Let's take a look at the width. The width, like I said, is one of the most important because that's what sticks out and prints. And I think it's fair to say that they're very close. The 2075 might be just a little bit thicker. You guys know I'm a firm advocate. Size matters. Size matters. Let's check out how long it is. That beaver tail sticks out in the back just a little bit. And as you can see, there's probably a difference of less than an inch on your length. I have not measured it, but I would definitely say that's less than an inch on the height, ladies and gentlemen. So the 2075 is definitely shorter, but remember, I do not carry this gun with no magazine in it. Generally, I'm carrying it with this magazine in it. When you throw the magazine in, ladies and gentlemen, it's pretty much about the same. So, all things considered, these guns are very comparable in size. The length is where the 2075 RAMI excels. However, this part of the gun is going in your pants. I carry in a inside the waistband holster at my 3:30 to 4 o'clock position. So, ladies and gentlemen, that being the case, what in the world does it matter how much of that is sticking down my pants? That doesn't bother me anyways. The part that's going to bother you when you're concealed carrying is how much of the width prints against your t-shirt and how much of the height sticks back and pushes out against that 4:30 to 5 o'clock position on your t-shirt. Or if you're a lefty, just reverse the numbers. We've compared the P10C and the RAMI. Let's talk about one of the most important things first, which is reliability and durability. I'm going to rate these on a scale of 1 to 5. Reliability, this gun is a 5. It's perfect. It's flawless. There's absolutely no malfunctions. Every time you pull the trigger, the gun goes bang. Durability, also a 5. Shootability, the ergonomics of this gun, especially with that magazine in it, are, at least for me, with my big hands, perfect. So the ergonomics, I also give it a 5. Accuracy, I have had some less accurate shots with different types of ammunition. So I'm going with a 4.5 on the accuracy. The trigger, look, it's single action, double action. It's really hard to put it up against something like the P10C. I can't give it a 5 because it does have a little creep, especially once you get back to the wall. And it's heavy. It's smooth, but it's heavy. So I'm going with a 4 stars on the trigger. The price of the gun, ladies and gentlemen, right now, man, prices of guns are all over the place, right? I mean, with the price of buying a pistol right now, I mean, what you used to be able to pick up a Glock for right around $500, you're now paying like $650. If you can find this gun, and I say that with a lot of stress to it, because this gun is not easy to find right now. I was looking last night, and I was looking on Bud's Gun Shop, I was looking on grabagun.com, I was looking on all kinds of other online retailers looking for this pistol, and I couldn't find it anywhere. Everyone's out of stock. I mean, imagine that. If you can find it, you're probably going to be somewhere between the $700 to $800 price point on it. So on the price, ladies and gentlemen, for what you're getting, it's still an excellent high quality pistol. I'm giving it a 4.5. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say that this gun is coming in, if you average all of that up together, I'm giving it a 4.7. Damn good gun. Excellent, phenomenal pistol. 4.7 out of 5 stars. That's the pistol packet pilot rating for the 2075 RAMI. It does not, I repeat, it does not beat my 5-star P10C. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's all I have for you today. I am the pistol packing pilot, ladies and gentlemen, and I am out. See ya.